Welcome inside a special edition of the Scores Table. Brian Hench and Danny Rigg with you. And Danny with us now is the 2026 Indiana Miss Basketball, Gracyn Gilliard of Center Grove. Gracyn, we were there for the presentation. I'm sure people have seen the video now, but just that moment of coming up the stairs and seeing Stuckmeyer holding the jersey, just talk us through the emotions of that moment.
Oh, I was so shocked. I had no idea. They set this up. They set up the surprise so well. I thought we were doing like an interview. So I was a little confused when we were walking like around Vandy because I thought it would be in the main gym. So going up the stairs, I was a little like, oh, what's going on? And then I just saw Stuck holding the jersey and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is not real. So yeah, it was just a crazy moment. I still don't know how to describe it, honestly.
Just this goal for you, when did this kind of become a reality for you, or kind of the goal for you, the target mark in your career?
I think earlier this year, actually. I think it's always been a goal, but you know, like when you really kind of you understand that it's like within reach, I think that really helped me to kind of lock in and focus in on the second half of the season.
Okay, congratulations, Gracyn. Congratulations on both Miss Basketball and Gatorade Player of the Year. I'm sure Hank will talk a little bit about that as the interview goes on. But what a season. I got a couple of questions for you. So I first want, and I just know you. I've gotten to know you pretty well over the last few years. You're going to want to, this is an individual award that you can't achieve without your teammates. And I had a conversation with a couple of them that early in the season, they were like, you know, one of the things that we feel like we can do as role players on Center Grove is just help Gracyn win Miss Basketball. Like that was really early on. And everyone kind of fell into their roles, and then it obviously came to fruition today. Can you talk about your teammates' roles in this award and what they've meant to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't have done it without them. I'm so grateful to the team and to the staff for putting me in the position to get an award like this. I'm so honored. And I think that this program has really blossomed me into the player that I am today. And each one of the girls on the team, I have so much love for and so much respect for. And they've all had a huge part in who I am. So I couldn't have done it without them.
Tell us about Stuck's role as a coach. There was obviously a ton of conversation when you transferred back into the Center Grove district. You had known him, but this doesn't happen without the teammates. And the previous question, it doesn't happen without the coach either. Tell us about Kevin and your relationship with him throughout the season.
Yeah, coming in my junior year, it was rough, honestly, because coming in from Munster, it was kind of it was a free flow type of game. And Stuck is he has his preferences, he has his system. And I think once that first month got by and I really bought into the system, that's when I started to see results. He got me into spots that I didn't see. And, you know, like he sees the game a completely different way. He really is just a basketball mind. And so after buying into that, kind of seeing his vision, our relationship took off, and I have so much respect for him as a coach, but I know that I can go to him for anything outside of basketball. We're really close now, and I'm really appreciative of all that he's done for me these past couple of years and all that he's going to continue to do for the girls under me.
Staying with Stuck, he mentioned that this season, I think it was after maybe around that Bloomington South game, when the offense was a little bit struggling, a little bit lower production than you wanted, he made some changes. What adjustments did he make for you guys, and how did that involve you and kind of get things going to where you were?
Yeah, so I think Bloomington South is when we realized that I was going to get double teamed down in the paint, like after that cut on one of the reads on flare. But so we kind of he implemented like where it's like floppy, so I'll screen and then I'll get screened. So just to kind of get that double off of me, so I can get more open looks to drive and more open looks to shoot. And I think that was like one of the staple pieces that really helped us in that second half of the season, just because with that double, if they did stay with me, that was a wide open layup for someone else. So yeah, that was something that he did. And then we also on like there's just a bunch of different plays, but like on some of the reads that we have, like if there was like a certain cut that I was supposed to make and they were cheating it, like it was like the back cut. Like he really emphasized like you'll have that back cut, and if they don't throw it, sit there and post, because that help side defender is already out with whoever went out. So there was just a bunch of different reads that he saw, and he kind of just like yelled at me to do them, and like that's when I knew to do them. Like it was kind of just that's just how we did it. So yeah.
Grayson, there's for the fans, people always talk about, like Heisman moments or missed basketball moments or things like that. And we all have these moments that in watching that we have in our heads that when people go back and look at the season, they're going to say that was the missed basketball moment. That was it. Or it was the state championship game, or it was the comeback against Pendleton Heights, or it was the performance against Lawrence Central, whatever it is. Okay. Do you have imagery in your head as to what, and now in retrospect, and maybe it's just too recent, but what do you think your imagery will be for your missed basketball moments as you were going through and constructing this for us?
I think if I had to pick, I don't think I could pick a single moment, but if I had to pick like a specific game, I think I would pick our Pendleton Heights regional, like that third quarter. And it wasn't just me, but I think really when the team bought in, I think Stuck let us have it in the timeout and we all kind of locked in. I think I specifically took that personal and got going, and then the team got going. And I think if we didn't get past the regional the way we did, then I don't think we would have got past LC the way we did. So I think that really set me up for, the post tournament and that state run.
Well, Grayson, I'll throw it back to Hank. I don't have any more questions, but I did just want to congratulate you. I'm very happy for you. And I also would tell you too that and I think I'm safe in saying this, Grayson, but at the beginning of the season around Halloween last year in 25, I don't know that anybody would have predicted that you were the favorite for Miss Basketball or whatever. It was just something that kind of happens through and you just played the game and it shook out the way that it did. So I just wanted to say congratulations. Couldn't have happened to a better kid. Couldn't have happened to a better family. Couldn't have happened to a better school district and coach. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Grayson, the youth in the community, we talked about this a little bit this morning, but just what have they meant to you and how important is it for you to kind of just inspire and have that role with those younger generations?
Yeah, I love all the girls that I see, the frequents that I see at all of our games. I had a bunch of them in our camp, and we sometimes go as a team to like the third grade practices and things like that to help out. And I think it's so important because they were the age that I am, these were my role models when I was a little kid playing in these exact same travel teams. So I think it's so important to go back and just kind of be that inspiration, just be part of it, be present. And I think that it really means a lot to them because I know it meant a lot to me. So yeah, I think it's really important.
First Miss Basketball in school history, Danny, but the second in her family to win the state's top player award, joining Trace Jackson Davis of IU fame. He was Mr. Basketball. Was that 2019?
I think so.
Yeah. Just was this a topic of conversation among your family members, this opportunity to kind of join him in the alert?
Yeah, it was. He texted me after state and was like, congratulations, and all that. Cool. But yeah, I think the family at the beginning of the season, they were like, how cool would it be if you were up there with Trace and all this stuff. So yeah, it's been a topic for a while.
You grew up in this program, you go away for 2 years. Now getting to wrap it up like this, I guess, just what does it meant to you if you could put into words to be a Center Grove Trojan and this part of your life?
It's been so special. I don't think I have a specific word for it, honestly, but just the whole way the season ended, coming off of a state championship, I feel like even that is still surreal for all of us. We haven't got our state rings, so I feel like that will really settle in once we get those. But yeah, especially this award, especially Gatorade, I'm just so grateful. And I think the team has really just been behind me and supported me and kept me mentally sharp all season. And that's what's gotten me here.
Awesome. Well, Grayson, congratulations again. It's been a joy covering you. Couldn't be happier for you. Danny, that's a wrap on our season. So thanks to you as always. It is. That's a wrap. Any final words for you before I hit the end recording button?
No, just thank you for everything that you do for the sport, Hank. And Grayson, congratulations, and we'll see you in the All-Star game.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much for watching, and we will talk to you again